Imagine this. It's 2025, and podcasts are everywhere. Nearly 600 million people listening. Yet, some creators are starting to feel like they've told every story. How are they keeping things going?
It's May 26, 2025. The numbers really stand out. Almost half of Americans over 12 tune in to podcasts regularly. But isn't it surprising that even as more people listen, some creators seem to be running low on fresh stories?
Right, it's a bit of a puzzle. The platform's never been more popular, but the stream of new content is under real pressure. Let's unpack what's driving the audio scene this year. First, there's video. 5 years ago, video podcasts were just an option. Now, if you aren't on YouTube or Spotify with video, you're actually missing a chunk of your audience.
And the analytics from those platforms, that's a big shift too. Podcasters can see not just who's tuning in, but how they're interacting. Are they watching the whole episode, skipping around, or just listening in the background? That level of detail really helps creators adjust their approach.
Absolutely. And it's not just independent shows. Business leaders are getting involved. Some are starting multi-channel podcasts that blend audio, video, and social. They're using these to build up their reputation as thought leaders. Why do you think so many executives are choosing this route now?
I think it comes down to connection. Audiences are more likely to trust a person than a brand. When a CEO hosts a podcast, people feel like they're hearing directly from them, not a corporate statement. That trust is hard to replicate elsewhere.
Yeah, and this ties into another shift. Platforms are splitting. Some, like Apple Podcasts, stick with open RSS feeds. Others, like YouTube and Spotify, are building their own, more closed, video-heavy systems. What does that mean for creators, though?
It really changes a creator's strategy. If you want broad access, you go for open platforms. If you want the benefits of algorithm-driven discovery, you might focus on those video-first platforms. The best choice probably depends on who you're trying to reach and what kind of content you make.
There's also the move away from traditional seasons. Instead of releasing a whole batch of episodes, creators are expected to publish all the time. But what do you do when you're out of new stories?
That's a challenge. One approach is to build a flexible content calendar, record several episodes at once, and always keep a list of backup ideas. It's about making sure your show can keep going for both listeners and sponsors.
Let's talk about what's actually popular. Tech and innovation shows are still leading, covering topics from AI to cybersecurity. Why is tech content still growing, do you think?
Tech moves fast. People want help making sense of it all. If a podcast can explain something new or break down a complicated trend, there's always going to be demand.
True crime and investigative podcasts haven't faded either. The format's evolving, though. It isn't just about what happened, but about really digging into the details and the analysis.
And in a tough economy, personal finance podcasts have really taken off. People want advice on saving, investing, and figuring out how to handle uncertainty.
The health and wellness space is steady too, from mindfulness practices to day-to-day self-improvement. Plus, niche podcasts are on the rise. Have you noticed just how specific some of these shows have become?
Oh, for sure. There are podcasts for 3D printing fans, tiny home builders, even rare hobbies most people haven't heard of. If you can serve a small but dedicated community, you can build real loyalty.
So for anyone starting out, what's the main takeaway from the experts? Start with a clear niche, a focused topic and audience. Instead of a broad business show, maybe try something just for freelance graphic designers or e-commerce founders.
And mix up the format. The top shows now combine storytelling, interviews, and even documentary elements. That variety helps keep listeners interested.
Something else. Be clear about what listeners will get. The show description should spell out exactly what's in it, whether that's learning something new, being entertained, or getting inspired.
And don't forget the technical side. Make sure your episode info is correct, label explicit content, and balance your ads with the main content. As podcasts grow up, that kind of transparency matters more.
So in 2025, there's still plenty of room for new voices. Whether you're sharing tech tips, telling stories, or building a niche community, it's all about showing up consistently and adapting to wherever your audience is.
And even if you're out of new material, planning ahead and batching episodes can help keep people coming back.
Thanks for listening. Remember how we started: if the stories run out, what keeps podcasts alive? Today, it's about being adaptable, thoughtful, and willing to serve your audience in new ways.
Thanks again for joining us. This episode was brought to you by mynews.studio. Give it a try for free.